We stand at a new precipice of opportunity to do ministry. It's like when the airplane was invented. Okay, we could not easily get to other countries to spread the gospel. Now, a few $1,000s, we can go land in another country and do God's work in a way that was never able to be done easily before. And not only that, we can share and celebrate from across the world immediately. I love it when I get missionary emails asking even to YARP for them because they know their emails are being filtered by the government and they are in danger if the government finds out they are a missionary, but they can share that with us through modern methods. In the same way, you don't have to rely on traditional methods anymore to try to get people that you know hasn't worked in the past. You don't know what you don't know. I'm telling you what you don't know now. Relying on traditional broadcast media, traditional advertising methods that's generic, that's just gotten you generic results, needs to change. And if you want to reach more people in 2024, if you want to reach more people for the gospel in your community, to bring them in, to be discipled, to open up new discipleship opportunities, to give your congregation the opportunity to be the disciple makers that they are called to be, utilizing digital outreach personally or personalized is going to do just that. And if I drive past a billboard for a church, I see church billboards all the time. But I don't know the phone number. I don't remember where some of them were, right? You ever see a billboard and you're like, oh, I saw that thing, or see a commercial and say, oh, I saw that. I don't remember where I saw it. Was it on social media? Was it on TV? Was it in the football game? Was I at a friend's house? I don't remember when I saw it, but I don't remember when it's coming out, but it's coming out. And I don't want that for your church. I want people to see your church and say, I need that right now. Or I signed up for VBS. Or there's a VBS going on next week, but I don't remember which church it is. I don't want to go to the wrong one. Instead of, I signed up for this VBS last week. They showed me, I saw it on Facebook. They don't even remember it's an ad, but they remembered how you made them feel. Like there's something cool for their kids, that they're going to be relieved for a couple hours. They can take a date night if your VBS is at night. Thank God for this church. Mother's Day out. All right. Thank God for Mother's Day is out. People they aren't going to church anymore unless you have something digital for them. It's your new first impression. Go watch one of our previous episodes where we talk about the new first impression is not in person. We spend thousands of dollars every year upkeeping a physical building that most people will not go to because we're not upkeeping the digital presence the first time they're going to experience our church. It's why this is so important. Okay. And I understand that you may think, oh, this is all business stuff, man. My business advertises. The company I used to work for advertises. They're talking about ROI and conversions and CPCs. And we can get into all those details. That's something for the professionals to worry about, but you need to worry about where the attention is. And it's online. And so don't rely on just traditional methods. You do traditional methods, you're going to get traditional results. And if your traditional results right now are yielding a stagnant church where you've got just as many people leaving as just as many people that just happen to be coming through the doors. And if you're okay with that, great. You're probably not listening to this show. I feel like you're not okay with that. You need to do what you've never done before. And not only that, stop treating communications as a one-way street. We don't live in that world anymore. I can go to someone on YouTube and I can send them a message and I can talk to them or talk to one of their team and get direct answers about the product they're selling, about the coaching program they offer, about the t-shirts they sell, about the game they made and developed, or about the news they just reported on. I can go have personal communications with these people. And that's why these influencers are taking off, because they're doing stuff that the businesses don't do, and certainly that the churches haven't done. They're opening up these two-way conversations. And so stop treating marketing and advertising and promotions and raising awareness as a one-way street. Treat it as an opening for a two-way conversation. Instead of running a Facebook ad that says, hey, look at how great we are. Don't you want to come here? Run a Facebook ad that says, how can I pray for you? And when you do that Facebook post or Instagram post or whatever, and hey, let me pray for you, and they comment, and you're like, oh, I just prayed for you, send them a message. And I know it seems cheesy, it may not be for everyone, but record yourself praying for them and send it to them. How much more encouraging is that rather than just a prayer hands emoji? So you're going to get personalized engagement. You open up that two-way conversation, you're going to get personalized engagement, meaning you're going to have personalized interaction. You're going to show that your church is committed to this person to see their life changed. If you don't demonstrate that, they will assume you're like every other church. They will assume you're full of abusers, full of hypocrites, and you just want some money. Show that you're different. Demonstrate it. And when you do that, you're going to build trust and authority. You're going to build trust that you're different from the others. You're going to build trust that, okay, I can trust you. This is a safe place. I can bring my kids here. And you're going to demonstrate authority. You don't want them saying, who does this pastor think he is telling me what I need? What does this dude know about me being a wife? But if you take the time to have a personal conversation that could have been initiated through a personal invite online that makes it feel like it was just for them, or an advertisement or a follow-up email or text, hey, Brianna, this is Pastor. Just want to let you know we're thinking about you. Haven't seen you in a while. Love to have you come back for Christmas. If there's anything we can do for your family, let me know. Right? That's one of our reach back campaigns that we do. We usually run it around Christmas time, but I'm thinking about opening it up next year. You give us a contact list, you give us a message you want to send, we will automatically send it out, and you get the responses. And you can reconnect with the people that have fallen away from your church. You can do it by hand too, but we just do it at scale, so you don't have to send 50 text messages or 500 text messages by hand. So you need to evolve beyond what you've done before to get what you don't have and what God's calling you to have. The abundance in attention, the abundance in people coming in to be made disciples, that they can make disciples. It starts by reaching them where they are. 2024 is a great time to do that. I had a call with a pastor today. We're going to start Facebook ads for him, and we're doing Google ads already, but we're not doing Facebook ads. And I explained to him, and I'll explain to you now. I'm sure you're aware, and if you are, bear with me here. For the people that are unaware, I'm about to radically change the way that you view the internet. We're running Google ads for him, which is intent-based marketing or advertising. Essentially what it means is they take the first step, and then we come in as an answer. So someone searches how to improve our relationships, and then the church shows up as an ad. Hey, we have a book on biblically sound love and what that looks like and how it can fix your relationships, essentially. It's not the exact message, but that's kind of what it is. So they initiate, and then the church comes and answers. Okay. There's other social media that can be demographic advertising, meaning we're not waiting for them to tell us they want something. We're going to go show them what's available for them, and then they can take a next step. So we're taking the first step, not them. When you do that, number one, you can create personalization in that. I know this is only going to families, so we're just going to talk to families. We're not going to say, oh, whether you're single, married, got grandkids, your kids are going to love this. No, we know you're a family. You have a family, so this is built for you. This is why we're here. You need to know about this. It's just like evangelizing. I know I just met you at the coffee shop, but I got to pray with you right now. It's the same thing. You're interrupting someone's day, and it's okay because it's in the name of Jesus, not in the name of prophet. So that's okay. And when you utilize that value exchange, meaning you give them something of value, prayer, attention, concernment, even benevolence, not about to do that online, but it's the same thing. You're giving them a prayer guide, a devotion guide, something to help them improve their relationships. They believe, and they think correctly that your church is there to serve them. That's what we want them to know, right? I mean, so many pastors tell me, I wish our community knew that our church was here for them. The reason they don't know is because you're not going where they are and you're not speaking to them in a way that they feel understood. You're just another black line amongst a world of black lines. You personalize your outreach, you are going to stand out. And you can do this with your congregation, but you can't do it at scale. And eventually your congregation is going to tap out their network. And eventually they're going to burn out because you're essentially telling them to make cold calls all day. Not that they're actually calling, but they're just meeting new people at all events and they don't see them ever again. It's awkward. So if you're afraid of advertising, I understand. So much advertising in the church world has been done wrong. Someone told me that they got an ad for a church that was 2.5 hours away. Like, that's a waste of money. That's losing trust and credibility because this church wants me to drive 2.5 hours away. Who do they think they are? Or this church obviously doesn't know what they're doing. And they obviously got money to spend because they're wasting ads on a person that can't go anyways. More reason not to go to church. I understand that that's a fear. And that's why we're here, is to help you, coach you, or just do it for you to make sure that doesn't happen. And one of the churches that is doing this really well just has a simple ad. Hey, this is Pastor Joe. I'm at a church in town, just a few miles away from you. And I'm offering prayer to the community. Maybe you don't believe in God, maybe you do, but I'd love to pray with you and just send you some good vibes. I wouldn't say that, but Pastor does. And he opens up new conversations with people that just need to feel cared for. You can't do that with a phone book ad. You can't do that with a yard sign. You can't do that with a radio ad. You can do that with digital outreach. And you can do it in a way that the digital missionaries can't, in that you have a physical body of believers that they can then continue to experience community with. Distractless community. Because if my community is on Discord, guess who else is on Discord? All the other communities I'm a part of. That's actually a strength you have as a local church. You'll build more relationships ahead of time. And all these people building relationships with Amazon, with activist organizations, with political organizations, with politicians, that attention needs to be brought back to real community and real ministry. And the reason they're focused on them for answers is because we have not been speaking up as a church. It's time for us to do that. So make this commitment in 2024. Number one, let's be intentional with our outreach. And if we're not happy with what we have, let's reevaluate what we're doing. Maybe instead of spending $200 a month for a newspaper ad or $2,000 for an Easter newspaper ad, what can we do to do personalized outreach? What does that look like? Which, by the way, you can always schedule a consultation with us. In fact, I encourage you, I shouldn't announce this, but I am. I encourage you to do it by the end of the year because we're going to start charging for them next year. It's just, we've gotten to that point where we need to charge for them. So you can get that consultation with us and you'll know exactly how to reach the people you're equipped to serve. We can coach you through it and you'll be able to do it yourself instead of constantly paying us to do it, or we can just do it for you. That's fine too. Some churches need that. They need to outsource. That's fine. But look at 2024. What did you budget for that probably isn't going to work? I mean, you know it's probably not going to work. A lot of pastors I talk to, they're like, we're just checking a box, but we don't know what else to do. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to change that. You're checking boxes. That's why you're the best kept secret in town. Let's do something different and make you well known throughout the community. I think it's an overused phrase, but it's true. Let's get the community to know, like, and trust your church. Be intentional. So what do we have planned for 2024 and how can we personalize it? Maybe we don't do the generic Easter ad, but we do a personalized social media ad to families. We put events up on Google for families and intentionally reach these people. And you will see that $2,000, where it may have brought 8 people to church on Easter, can bring 180 people, however much you can handle. God can bless that. And he has been blessing it in our own clients, in our own ministries. And how can we utilize the tools we already have now? How can we utilize, instead of just sending a generic, hey, church, here's our newsletter. What if it said, hey, Kathy, here's what you need to know this week. Because things are busy. We're not going to take up too much of your time. We're not going to give you a bunch of things to worry about. We're going to give you one thing to think about this week. Same reason why some pastors, they just preach one sermon a week. They don't do Wednesday night sermon. They don't do small group, different curriculum. The curriculum in small groups emphasizes what was already taught on Sunday because they know people can't focus on more than one sermon a week. I appreciate those pastors because I'm one of those people. And when you personalize it and you understand what their needs, felt needs, desires, and problems are, you can speak to them personally. You will see much more. Your dollars will go a lot further. Your time will go a lot further. And more people will be tuned to who you are so you can share the gospel with them in a meaningful way. That's what the power of personalized church communications really means. And when you use it as an outreach, which is the whole reason I have this, you can use it in your emails, bulletins, newsletters, whatever. Like, that's great. But you're just preaching to the choir. You're just preaching to them better. I want you to reach the community better.